I just found out Mexican Coke exists, but what can even be the difference between this and regular Coke? Let's see. ¡Ay, caramba! Esta bebida está deliciosa. Y mejor no puedo dejar de hablar español. Tyler, what happened to the bee? Tyler, release the bee. You want to know where the bee's been at? It's been trapped in my basement for 2 months, and I'm not letting it out until it makes me 100 gallons of honey. This is how much we got so far. My cousin just won a pizza party at school, but he's allergic to dairy, so he gave me his slice. And look, he told me this was the biggest one out of all of them. I know y'all are jealous. After a long talk with my family, I have officially decided to get a job at McDonald's. Go Golden Arches, baby. Is anyone else tired of the phrase LOL? Because I think we need a new phrase for when something is funny. So instead, let's start saying IBS, which means I'm barely surviving because something was so funny. We are all using this. I just got this shoe that's supposed to make you good at karate. So let's see if that's true. Okay, I'm gonna try kicking this can off of the counter. Ow!
I swallowed some helium to change my voice, but it's been 10 minutes now, and my voice still hasn't gone back to normal. Am I just gonna sound like this forever?
Boy, what the hell, boy?
My dog got neutered, so he's supposed to wear this cone, but he refuses to wear it unless I wear one too. But the only problem is, it's super hard to walk anywhere in these things. Look. Nobody talks about how hard it is to grow up with attractive parents. Because I went to school with a kid whose mom literally used to be a model, so he had to fight for his life every day in class. Like, we had a day called Muffins with Mom, where everyone would bring their mom to school and eat muffins with them. But when everyone saw this kid's mom, you would have thought she was Beyonce the way everyone was running up to her. Like, these kids were flirting with her in the craziest ways. I remember I heard one kid say to her, "I may be young, but I'm experienced." Never get a haircut from a deaf person. Because my barber got deported recently, which means I had to find a new one. So I tried out this place I've never been to before today, and right when I walk in, all of the barbers are busy except one. So he waves in my direction, signaling for me to come over, so I do. But after I sit down, he doesn't ask what type of haircut I want or say anything at all. So I just take the initiative and start telling him the style I'm looking for. But as I'm doing that, another barber hears me and goes, "Oh, he can't hear you, he's deaf." If you're ever thinking about buying a TV off Temu, don't do it! Because I just bought this one and I was super excited because it was only 30 bucks until it arrived and I realized it wasn't an actual TV. It's a Wendy's menu screen! I was trying to watch the Lakers game on it, but instead, I'm stuck staring at the breakfast Baconator. Okay, that actually sounds kind of good, but still! If you ever think you're a big back, just know that my dad put these pieces of candy on the ground because he's trying to catch a rat that's in our house. But I'm so big that I literally just started eating the candy off the floor. I got outsmarted by a rat. I accidentally kidnapped someone's cat the other day because I was at the veterinarian since my cat needed shots. But after they finished, they gave him back to me in this big box and said he was sleeping. So I just figured I would let him rest and not take him out of the box. You can always tell when someone grew up with divorced parents because during my high school graduation, the person I was sitting next to acted super nervous the whole time. So I was like, "Are you nervous about graduating too?" But she was like, "Oh no, I don't care about the graduation part. I'm nervous for what's coming after that." So I was like, "Ah, I see. You don't know what you're gonna do with your life after high school yet, huh?" But then she says, "What? No, I'm going to Duke. I'm fine. I meant that I'm nervous for what's gonna happen tonight." I hate growing up in Gen Z because my parents recently found out that I make videos. So my dad was reading my comment section and he saw a bunch of people commenting, "Oil up, oil up, oil up." So he texted me asking what that phrase meant. And I was like, how do I explain this in a way that someone over the age of 50 will understand? So I just told him it was a sarcastic joke that people say because of the Diddy situation. And I was like, yeah, people say it on everyone's videos, not just mine. Someone just rang my doorbell and then ran away. So I opened the door to find out where they went. But that's when I saw that they left something on the ground. And you know what it is? A job application. This is my worst nightmare. Apparently, if you wear one of these safety vests, you can go wherever you want. Because I was just at McDonald's, but when I walked in, the worker was like, "Oh, are you here to fix the air conditioning?" No, I'm here for a Big Mac. Would any ladies like to come Netflix and chill with me? We could watch whatever you want on this bad boy. Boss Baby? Minecraft movie? It will be in black and white though. Just so you know. Nobody talks about the difference between how girls make plans versus guys. Because with girls, they make them months in advance. I've met a girl before that had her next 6 months planned out in a calendar day by day. But for guys, it's way different because my friend recently got married, but we haven't talked a lot the past couple years. So when I saw him post on social media that he proposed to his girlfriend, I wasn't sure if I would get invited to the wedding. Have you ever met someone that copies your vocabulary? And they always try to act like you aren't the reason they talk like that. Because I grew up in California but went to school in Tennessee and people there spoke very differently. So when I first arrived, I met this guy that was from Tennessee and he was super country. He grew up on a farm and talked like this. So whenever I saw him, I would always say, "What's up, fook?" This tub of ice cream had a hole when I opened it, so I asked the Walmart employee why it was like this, but he just smiled and went, "It gives it extra flavor." I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
How are you still single? How have you never had a girlfriend before? I was just at the store and a girl told me I smelled nice, but you know what my response was? I said, "Are you sure? I haven't even showered today." I don't know what to do anymore. If you're ever ordering food and they ask for your name, do not give them a fake one. Cause me and my friend were hungry the other day, so he ordered Chick-fil-A on his phone and he said he would pay for it if I picked it up. So I agreed, but what he didn't tell me until I got there was that he put the food under the name Jamal. Now I was super nervous because obviously, I do not look like someone with that name.
Nobody talks about how scary it is when you're at your friend's house and they tell their mom you're hungry. Like, great, now your mom hates me. Because when I was younger, I would hang out at my friend's house after school a lot, but he had an appetite smaller than a celebrity on Ozempic. So I didn't want to ask him for food at his own house. I wanted him to offer it, but he was never hungry. So what I did is give him subtle hints that I was hungry, hoping that this would make him offer me food. This is your warning to never invite me to a funeral. Because I went to one of my friend's grandma's funeral a long time ago. But right when we arrived, everyone was crowding around her casket. And I didn't know why, so being the young, curious kid I was, I walked over to the casket. And this was one of the first funerals I've ever been to. But prior to this, I had no idea that some funerals have open caskets. So I walk right up to the casket and see that it's open. But I was too little to actually see inside it. So I got closer to it and stood on my tippy toes. And that was when I saw my friend's grandma just chilling there. I screamed so loud because at the time, I genuinely thought that I saw a ghost. It just looked like she was sleeping and I had no—
If anyone ever tells you that 1 minute isn't a long time, tell them to do a plank. I can't make it much longer. How long has it been? Oh, it's been 12 seconds.
What would you do if a little kid's mom accused you of kidnapping her son? Because that's what happened to me. So I was at the store just buying groceries and a little kid comes up to me and says, "Hey, I watch your videos." So I was like, "Thanks, buddy, I appreciate that." But he was no older than like 7 and I looked around but I didn't see any parents. So I asked him where they were. But right as I did that, his mom comes flying around the corner and says, "Elliot, get back here. Do you not remember what I said about strangers? They'll kidnap you." And
Have you ever been telling your mom a story and then you accidentally say something illegal you did?
like me and my friends were hanging out one time and when I got back home, my mom asked how it went. So I started telling her details about what we did that day, but I missed it. If someone tells you they had a dream about you, that is not always a good thing because one time in school, this pretty girl I sat next to was saying how she had a dream the night before and I was in it. So obviously, my first reaction was like, she definitely want me. So I smile a little bit and say, "Really? What happened in the dream?" And I'm expecting her to say we fell in love, got married, and sell.
To anyone that's ever wondered why girls all go to the bathroom together, I think I figured it out. Because the other day, I was at a restaurant, but I had to go number 2 really bad. So I quickly ran into the bathroom and went into a stall, but when I was on the toilet, I heard a group of people walk in, and I didn't think anything of it at first, until I heard them speak. I just tried a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for the first time ever, and these things are so good. What are in these? Seriously, I need the recipe. If you know how to make these, please tell me what's in these.
The air conditioning in my car broke, but it's 95 degrees outside today, and I have to drive 2 hours to get home. I'm not gonna make it!
Can someone make an edit of me to make it look like I got into a car crash? Because I'm about to be late to a funeral, but I need an excuse for why I wasn't on time. Okay, here we go. Ah!
Growing up is so crazy because my friend just got engaged and when he broke the news to me, he said he wanted to thank me for making this happen. But I was like, "What are you talking about? I wasn't like the one to introduce you guys to each other or anything." But then he said, "No, you made it happen for a different reason." And then he asked me if I remembered when him and his future wife first started going out. And I was like, "Yeah, why?" Then he goes,
My Japanese friend gave me a whole box of Japanese sodas, and he said they're way better than American sodas. So let's test out if that's true. First up, we got grape, and I know how to open these now. You just push this in here. Why is it still hard to do? I got it. Let's try it.
I just got a text from my friend saying that we're not friends anymore. But when I asked why, he said, "Oh, well, I posted a photo on social media of us together and I tagged you in it. But when I checked the post this morning, I saw that you untagged yourself from the picture."
Yeah, I did. Cause the picture you posted made me look like Quasimodo and you look like Brad Pitt. What was I supposed to do? You were mogging me.
The worst part about having a girlfriend is that she's always trying to record videos of me. Babe, give me my phone back. Stop. What am I doing with my life? To all the people who make fun of me for being colorblind, I can still do everything that normal people can do. Like right now, I'm about to eat an orange. Oh. Why is it so sour? Can someone make me into a meme? Because one person did that last week, but I looked really ugly in it, so I want to do it again. I'll even do a pose, and you guys could just do whatever you want with it. All right, let's do it. When my friend told me he ate half of my bag of pretzels, I did not think he meant he ate half of every single one. But the worst part is, he knows I'm a germaphobe. He did this on purpose.
To all the people who call me stupid, I took a test at the doctor's yesterday, and it turns out I have more chromosomes than the average person. So how's that for stupid, huh? To all the blind people who watch my videos,
this message is for you. Thank you so much for watching all my videos, even though you can't see. I appreciate all the support. I love you. If you see me in public, please don't take a video of me without me knowing. Because I was eating at Chili's the other night with my family, and I'm having a good time until I get the feeling that someone is looking at me. So I glance over to my right and see this kid eyeballing me. But he turned away super quickly, so I could tell he knew who I was. But instead of just coming up to me and saying hi, he took a video of me. And I didn't even notice he did this until the next day. I was getting tagged a bunch in this random post. I bought this device that you're supposed to stick into your fruit, and then when you spray it, it becomes a perfume of whatever fruit you're using. So I'm gonna see how good it smells. I have an apple, a lemon, and an orange to test it on. We just twist it all the way in. I think that's far enough. And now let's try to spray it. Oh. Kind of just tastes like water.